learning outcome. And welcome to learning outcome 3, part 2. So yesterday we did part 1, and today is all about part 2. We want to look at what we need to. It's just going to be about solving what, arc of a circle sectors. That's what we are going to look at, how to actually find the arc of a circle and the sector of a circle, how to actually do that. And the last part will be by trigonometry and actually Pythagoras theorem. So that is what we are going to actually do today. So you don't forget, the formula for circumference of a circle is going to be pi times d, or 2 times pi times r. That is the circumference of a circle. So what's the formula for the area of a circle? The area will be equal to what? Pi times radius times radius. Yeah, pi r squared. Yes, that's it. So, but there are some parts that we have to actually just know. So we're just moving on to those parts. That is actually what arc. So when you say a sector, the sector is just like one side of a circle like this, It's always normally have like a section of a circle. That's called like a sector. So for example, now this is like a quarter of a circle. So that's like one sector of a circle. And this one too, you see, is like 1/6 of that circle is one sector. So you can actually find the formula to find a sector of a circle is going to be what? The angle that's given divided by 360 times pi times radius squared. So the angle is what? 53. The radius is what? 360. Sorry, the angle is 3 over 360 times what's the radius is 4 squared times pi. So just put this one on your calculator. So that gives you 53 divided by 360 times 4 squared times 3.14. That gives you what? 7.4. You see, it's going to be what? 7.4. 7.4. 7.4. Yeah. So another formula, don't forget about that. Another formula you can actually use to find the arc, the length of the arc. So when they ask you that, what's the position of the arc in a circle? This is it. That is the arc. That curved line you see there, that is actually what's called the arc. So the arc of a circle is going to give you what? The angle divided by 360 times 2 times pi times r. So that gives you 53 divided by 360 times 2 times 4 times pi. Pi is 3.142. So put that on the calculator. Then you go to actually work out and get this one directly. That's it. Length of the arc. So this is a formula. You can actually put that one down. So you can see this, calculate the area of this sector and the length of the arc. The same thing too. You can see that the angle is 237 divided by 360 times pi times radius squared. So that gives you 6.2 squared. Put on a calculator, you get what? 79.46 meters squared. Why the last one is 237 divided by 360 times pi times 12.4. That is, it is put 12.4 here because that represents what? 2 times radius. 2 times 6.2 is actually what? 12.4. So it's going to be what? 237 by 360 divided by times pi times 12.4. So that's it. I'll just put this one on the screen, isolate it, then move on later. So that's for the formula. You can see those things. I can also give you something to calculate too. So can you find this one? Can you find the area and the sector for this quickly before we move on? The area and the area of the sector and also the length of the arc. So look at this one now. You just do to be what the area equals to what 60 over 360 times pi times 8 squared. You put that on the calculator. 60 divided by 360 times 8 squared times 3.142. So that gives me what? 33.51. The next one is the length of the arc is got about 60 divided by 360 times pi times 8 times 2. So 3.14 times by 360. I'll go with what 8.373. You see? That's it. So that's how to what find the length of the arc, the top point of the arc, so I have to put in centimeter squared. This one is our sector, and this one is what length of the arc. So now, we talked about also circles too. Let's just look at final part of like circles. So, you have so this is radius. This is actually what the radius. So if you actually want to have equation of a circle, so you have something like this, x squared. So you have x squared plus y squared equals to r squared. So for example, now if the radius of this one is like 10 centimeter, so the equation for this circle is going to be what? X squared plus y squared equals to 10 squared. That's going to be what? X squared plus y squared equals to 100. That's the equation of that circle. So it's just, you don't have to actually what's to that. So this x means what? The x coordinate. And that y means what? That is the y coordinate. So the final part is a trigonometry. So we're going to move on to that now. So let's look at what, we want to look at right angle triangle in the final part. So right angle triangle, we want to look at how to solve them. So this one we want to look at what? Pythagoras and what? And Pythagoras and trigonometry. So Pythagoras theorem is basic trigonometry work out what right angle triangle. So Pythagoras theorem is this. You see, a squared plus b squared equals to what? Equals to c squared. A squared plus b squared equals to actually what? Equals to c squared. So in this case, use what? Use to find what? Pythagoras this thing. So you find this is rectangle triangle. This rectangle triangle A, B. The longest side is always what? C. So in case, so for example, now let me give you a typical example. Look at this example now. That's why this is a Pythagoras theorem. So they have given you, they gave you 6. It's too small side. Has to find what x is. X is over c. So this is what you put. So you know that a equals to 6, b equals to 8. So it's going to be 6 squared plus 8 squared. That gives you what, 36 plus 64. That gives you what, 100. Then now square root 100. That gives you 10. So the longest side here is 10. So I'm going to actually ask you to try one. I'm going to cast some numbers out here and see maybe we can actually do it. I'll put something here. I'll put 4. No, I'll put 3 here. I'll put 4 here. And I have to find this one. I'm going to pause myself. Yeah. So this one is going to be 3. So it's going to be what? 3 squared plus 4 squared equals to 9 plus 16. That gives you 25. The square root of 25 equals to what? 5. That 25 equals to what? Equals to 5. So sometimes too, they could give you this. They will give you something here to be what? To be 13 centimeters. Gives you 12 centimeters. So you now ask to find this one. So indirectly here, that means that you have to take away, from the formula, you're going to have 2 smaller sides to actually what to make the longer one. Since they're giving the longer one, you have to be able to take the smaller side from the bigger one. So that gives you 13 squared plus 13 squared minus 12 squared. That gives you 169 minus 144. That gives you 25. Let's go with that. That gives you 5. So 5 here. So the same thing too here. Can you see? We're giving 12 here. We're giving 8 here. We're going to find out what y is. So you have to take away the square of this 8 from the square of what? 12. You're going to get 80. Square of 80 is going to be 8.9. That's it. So that's how to find the missing, when one smaller side is missing. That's the approach you have to actually use. Now, the final one is trigonometry. Trigonometry, you can see clearly here, is called subcatua. So the triangle here you see will actually will help you to understand exactly what they're actually talking about there. So look at it now. So look at subcatua now. This is what sin. Sin equals to what? Opposite of hypotenuse. Cos equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. Tan equals to what? Opposite over what? Over adjacent. That's it now. So if you want to find out the sin, just divide what? Opposite and hypotenuse. If you want to find out cos, you divide what? Adjacent and hypotenuse. If you want to find out tan, you divide what? Opposite and what? And hypotenuse. So if you are giving sine and hypotenuse and you want to find out what opposite will be, you multiply the sine angle and that hypotenuse to find out the opposite. So the same thing too, if you are giving hypotenuse and you ask to find out so you are giving cos and adjacent, you have to find what hypotenuse will be. It's going to be what adjacent divided by what? By my cos something. That is how to actually what approach is. So let's just look at it here. So for example, now look at this question now. That find this angle. So the angle here, the first thing you must consider is this. What did they give you? What did they give you? Is what they gave you. We look for, we use what they gave you to find what they ask you to find. You will use what they gave you to find what they ask you to actually what find. So, if they gave you the opposite and the hypotenuse. So the signs that combines the opposite and the hypotenuse together is actually what is sine. So equals to what? Opposite of hypotenuse. So opposite is what? 8. Hypotenuse is what? 10. That gives you what? 0.8. So give you a sine. This thing equals to 0.8. When you want to press sine equals to 0.8, you want to find the angle. On your calculator, if you have one, you press what? Shift. Then you now press what? Plus sine. So it's going to give you something like this on the screen on your calculator. So when it gives you that, just put 0.8 in front of it, then you press equals to. So that gives you what? 53.1. Don't forget, when you want to get this function out, you press what? Shift and sine. So if it's cos 2, you press shift and cos. If it's tan, you press shift and tan. That's how to find the angle. So look at this one too now. They have given you the angle. They ask you to work out what? The missing side. So what's the missing side? So they're giving you the angle. The angle is what? This. So missing side is going to be what? 38 times cos 48. So it's going to be what? And you see that one here. The triangle. 38 times cos 48. So that gives you what? 25.4. So that gives you what? 25.4. Can you see? So if you are giving this one, just multiply this and this together. That's it. So that's what triangle is for. You can try, if you don't mind, you can try and actually attempt some of these questions. Find the value of x. This one now you could do Pythagoras for this one, and you could do trigonometry. Just do one question. He's going to give you do this one and do this one. These two. I think so. I think you have to do it 4. Try it. I'll come and solve the rest. So the first one, just the formula for Pythagoras theorem. You just need to apply it straight away. So that gives you 7 squared plus 4 squared. Then you now square root it. So that gives you what? Root 65. So you put that one in the square root. 8.06. It's going to give you 8.06. So this one is what? 12.5 squared minus 11 squared. That gives you 156.25 minus 121. So minus 121. That gives you what? 35.25. That's square root answer. That gives you 5.94. 5.94. So then the next one, you can see, use this formula. Don't find out the angle, but they gave you the hypotenuse and the adjacent. So which formula? Just go to the one I showed you before. Which formula combines the adjacent and the hypotenuse together? That is cos. So just pick cos. So they've given you, so it's going to be cos. So cos is already on top here. So they've given you the hypotenuse. So you put it here. Here is going to be 7 centimeters. Then here is going to be what? Here is going to be, adjacent is going to be what? It's going to be 4 centimeters. So you put it on the calculator. 4 divided by 7. 4 divided by 7. So that gives you it gives you 4 divided by 7 equals to 0.5714. Then you now do your this thing. So you press shift and you now press what? Shift, you press cos. Cos, then you press the answer there. So 55.15 cos. That gives you what? 55.15. And this one is the last one. So opposite of hypotenuse. That is opposite and hypotenuse. Let's go give you a sign. So you want to look at the opposite. Opposite is going to be what sign? Hypotenuse and sign. So hypotenuse is 4. 4 times sine 45 times sine 34. 2 what? 4 times sine 34. So that gives you what? 2.23. 2.2. Yeah, that's it. So that's it. So, all right. Do it. See you on Tuesday. Bye. Bye. Thank you.